wants to start?
Markquis, coach kind of talked about your guys' effort level and kind of care. What does it feel like as a player to have your coach kind of call that out and question the level of effort you guys gave in a game like tonight?
I like it because he's honest, he's real. He's somebody who's not gonna sugarcoat it. Especially, when you lose, things start to, be things that are small when you're winning, start to be, magnified when you're losing. So, our effort wasn't there today. Gotta give credit to them. They shot the ball, lights out in the second half. But yeah, like he said, our effort wasn't there. We got out tough, and we didn't do nothing about it. So.
Markquis, what do you think it's going to take to snap out of this slump you guys have been in over the last few weeks?
It's going to take some internal things that we need to fix, as far as coming together more, and bonding, and doing the little things that we used to do when we were winning. And I have tremendous faith in this team. Just a couple weeks ago, we were really hot. Great teams have tough stretches, and I believe that we'll be back, on the winning side of things.
You mentioned the bonding part of things. How has the team bonding been in this, the tough stretch?
It's been good, but we could work on it a little bit more. I think in this stretch, when Big 12 plays at the heart and soul, I feel like we could do little things more, like going to the movies together, just bonding, just being with your brothers more, because it is a grind. The Big 12 isn't easy. You play Tuesday and Saturday, so you kind of get caught up, in that day-to-day, life.
Yeah.
So I feel like we just gotta, do little things like going out, eating together and being with each other more.
Do you think you'll spark that up now, the coming weeks? Cool.
For sure. When we get back, probably do some bowling, go out to eat together, watch a movie. So, we could regroup and get back to, winning.
Markquis, you've talked a lot recently about how teams are defending you differently, making things hard for you. Oklahoma hard-hedged a lot, it seemed like tonight. What can you do to get more open shots and get better looks?
That's a really good question. I play point a lot, so I just feel like, I gotta move and play off the ball a lot. And I gotta make the defense pay for whenever they doubling, which is getting the ball out quicker and getting off of it faster, so that they can't hard hedge or double whenever they want to. So.
And shooting-wise, just 2 of 9 from behind the arc tonight. I think it's Texas was 1 of 10. Is there anything, in your opinion, that's maybe led to the struggles that you've had beyond the arc lately?
Teams are trying to run me off the 3-point line. Teams are, whenever I'm taking a shot, they'll hit me on the wrist or whatever the case may be, or they're hard hedge and want me to go to the basket. So I just gotta lock in a little bit more. I gotta shoot the ball with confidence, and despite whatever happens, I put in a ton of work before and after practice. I just gotta trust in it and believe in every shot.
What were you doing so effectively in the first half, getting the ball to Nae'Qwan, and also did they make adjustments in the second half, or was that just not emphasizing that enough?
They definitely made adjustments. Tanner was in a drop coverage, the first half, which I was able to throw the pocket pass, and I was able to split the trap that they were trying to make, and get the ball to my guys. Second half, he was still in the drop, but he wasn't allowing me to split, and the guys were coming over from the weak side, trying to take charges. So they did a tremendous job, with adjusting in the second half. Gotta watch film. I gotta see how teams, want to play me.
Nae'Qwan, what's been the biggest difference in your mind from early in the season when you guys were winning a lot of games to recently when it's going the other way?
I think it's more of just us, just being prepared and staying hungry. In the beginning of the season, we was picked last and stuff, so we was more hungry and playing as like the tougher team, playing more aggressive. And I guess now seeing that we was winning and teams are starting to adjust to us, and then they're just playing better than us.
What have you been able to do personally in your game? The last 2 games, you've really turned it on offensively, seems like.
Feel like, yeah, just being more active, you know, offensively and like, you know, trying to get more offensive rebounds to help, you know, help the team win.
Yeah.
And just trying to like, just make an impact on the game.
What's it like having the guy next to you as a leader on this team?
It was definitely good. I mean, he tries to keep everybody together, keep everybody close. You know, sometimes, you know, teams have their ups and downs, but he still tries to keep us together. He's just a good mentor, you know. Like, this is my first year here, so like he's just been, you know, just trying to get me to like keep on track and keep doing the right things.
For sure.
You and Bebe on the floor at the same time seemed to really, you got some good results during the first half, and I think you found each other a couple times for these baskets. Are you guys starting to kind of figure out how to play side by side too?
Yeah, I don't think it was ever a problem with us playing side to side. It's just the rotations. It just so happened to be that me and him was on the floor at the same time. So, yeah.
Is it tougher, you know, not being able to have David out there too for depth purposes?
Oh yeah, it was definitely, you know, it was hard not having David out there, but other guys stepped up like Bebe, you know,
Yeah.
try to make an impact on the game.
Nae'Qwan, when you have such a successful first half, how tough is it to carry that momentum through halftime into the second half and kind of refine that vibe out there that you were in?
I mean, my team, they was helping me, you know, in the first half, like they was making the reads and giving me the ball, and I just had to make the right play after I got the ball. So I feel like in the second half, they were still able to do that. The other team just adjusted.
Was it a matter of Oklahoma's secondary transition that you guys lost shooters, especially early second half?
I feel like I kind of knew that they were just throwing the ball into the post and looking for shooters. They didn't turn up and face up to the basket. Whenever the double team came, you know, they got the ball out quick to their shooters. And I haven't saw the stat sheet, but I'm pretty sure, you know, when we doubled, they're pretty efficient from the 3-point line, and they got anything that they wanted, you know, when we doubled. So.
Nae'Qwan, how much is your activity on the glass? I know you spoke a little bit earlier about your activity, but how much is your increased activity on the glass and production there maybe contributed to you being able to get involved more on the offensive end in terms of getting shots and seeing shots fall?
It was definitely something that like the coaching staff had talked to me about, like just you know, just going every time. Sometimes earlier, like I wouldn't go, you know, and then I won't make that extra effort to go, but like, you know, just trying to keep making that impact and like just go harder. Like I know I can.
Thank you guys, appreciate the time.
Thanks, guys.